Ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, the time is nigh. We are here, finally. South Park just embarrassed OnlyFans, Logan Paul, and Prime. For those of you that are unaware, South Park recently released something of a special. It's like a solid 45-minute video just absolutely annihilating, dunking on, and stretching the assholes of Logan Paul, the entire Prime energy drink shit, and OnlyFans. And it's amazing! So I couldn't react it on stream due to both copyright and nudity. However, we are here today with the deep dive analysis. My boy Blooms, the best South Park YouTuber on the face of the planet. Let's see what this is all about, baby. Let's go for it.
Hey, did you guys know that Paramount Plus actually released a new South Park special a week ago?
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume
it's actually been 3 weeks. It's been too longer than I thought. Lol. Every YouTuber ever. It's like, I love when I do this, when I'm like recording a main channel video and I'm like, this episode just released last week, and then I upload it like 6 months later and people are like, ah.
The answer to that question is no, considering it quite literally received no advertising aside from some posters and billboards in New York.
I hate this. I feel like we're in a state of time where the internet is so powerful and advertising is so strong. And despite that, so many shows are just flying under the radar. Hazbin Hotel's first 2 episodes released a week early. And no one knows that. Same with this. I didn't know this was real until you saw the YouTube commentary channels all being with their fingers up their ass being like, well, I just called out Logan Paul.
New York a day before it was released. And even for me, the guy whose like entire job it is to know about South Park, I didn't even hear about this until the day before it was released. Apparently there was also a trailer for the special that was being run as an ad on YouTube videos like a few days before it happened.
That's awful. What a terrible campaign. But anyway, it was all worth it because Logan Paul got to eat ass. Shout out to Logan Paul who blocked me on Twitter.
But it got unlisted pretty quickly after it went up, so I don't know whatever happened with that. And I'm pretty sure that they never actually formally announced this special before it was released. It was definitely a pretty weird situation, but luckily there was one good thing that came out of it, and that's that we got a new South Park special. It was
and you know something really cool about this, and it's something that I say a lot, despite zero advertisement, despite no one knowing what was going on, or no one knowing what was happening, by the fact that the content itself was so fire, everyone saw it, everyone heard of it, everyone knew what was going down. And ultimately, in the age of the internet, a lot of people ask me for advice on getting popular, going viral, all that shit. You gotta make good content, because if you make good content, it will self-perpetuate. And this was just good-ass content, so everyone knows about it.
It was released on the 20th of December, which means that, once again, I am almost 2 weeks late to releasing a video about the new South Park, but at this point I think I've lowered your expectations enough that you aren't really surprised. Although I will say I really did take it to the next level with this one. I mean, I haven't made a video since last year.
Oh my god, it's a new year. That's crazy. The way he said, it's 2024. What? Epstein killed himself?
I appreciate it. I'll be here all night, okay? All right, Happy New Year, everyone. This special seems like it's all over the place with its target.
Vlog number 11. Hosted by, you know who posted this vlog number 11? Logan Ledouche. Dude, how beautiful is that? We are living in such a wonderful era and age.
It's from Logan Paul to sports drinks to OnlyFans models. But despite the seemingly unrelated topics, they made it very clear that there was an underlying theme connecting all of them. Kids.
Children! I'm waiting for the next South Park special. It's just gonna be Children 2 featuring EDP445 and his, fat. Did anyone tell you that he was a fat man?
Are kids the binding factor between all of
just walking around with their cred drinks? It's incredible, honestly.
These different topics? Well, with the intro out of the way, let's get into it. This is how South Park humiliated Logan Paul, Prime, and OnlyFans.
Let's go! Dude, I freaking love South Park so much. They're so good! Oh my god! A YouTuber's biggest weakness. A 4-hour-long documentary or a good-ass parody. Shout out to Blooms. Go follow Blooms. Blooms makes good content. I'm just saying. Go watch Blooms. I like him.
Jumping straight into the episode like I normally would, I think it would be best to quickly give some context for a lot of the references being made, since I know a lot of my audience is a bit too old to stay up to date with what the kids are into. I mean, YouTube tells me that over 50% of my audience is 25 or older, and
I mean, listen, my YouTube says that too, but realistically, I imagine some people are lying. But also, I'm down with the kids. I know what the kids are doing. I know a thing or two about the Ohio Gyat Skivity Toilet Riz. I'm cool. I'm fly. I'm hip.
Those statistics are always accurate. But fear not, as a cool, hip Gen Z kid, I know all about what the kids are into. I know about Sus Ohio mewing to looks max with Kai Cenat level 5 Giat Skibbity Toilet Phantom Tax NPC vibes.
There is no way he said the same thing I said! I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking. I did not pre-watch this. I swear to God. I swear to God. I did not pre-watch this. What the hell just happened? Oh my God. I swear. I cannot believe that just happened. Did I steal this man's joke every single time? Bar for bar, word for word. Dude, even Kickstaff in chat right now is saying that I pre-watched. That was insane. Stevie, if you cut that out of the video, so help me God.
Logan Paul, the man that you may know for his basic understanding of human empathy.
Oh yeah, Logan Paul, that's the empathy guy.
There's someone hanging right there.
Or you may know him for his large wealth that came about through ethical business practices.
A scam created by Logan Paul and a team of criminals, which ultimately resulted in millions of dollars being stolen from fans.
That sucks, but listen, no one's perfect, am I right, guys? But anyway, I'm just gonna put on the tinfoil hat for just a moment, and I'm gonna say this in hope that YouTube doesn't take this video down. I'm just saying, right now, conspiracy theory Nux mode, Logan Paul faked the forest. He faked the finding the thing in the forest. He put the corpse in the forest himself to make a trending video. It went viral. YouTube loves him. YouTube put it on trending. He gets so much hate. Hear me out. He gets so much hate. But what's worse? Saying that I fucked up, I found the body and I didn't know what to do, or I literally put a body there. What's more fucked up? And let's think about it. YouTube demonetized his channel for about a month. A month! That's not even a lot of time, because YouTube was probably in on it too. They let the video go through. But then how would YouTube look if they knew about Logan Paul's faking it? But that's just a theory! Hey, Mad Pat, goodbye, internet theory!
He started a sports drink company alongside far less annoying influencer KSI to...
I mean, let's be honest though. If you're best friends with a scammer, are you a far more... Listen, I liked KSI until he started sucking Logan Paul's skibbity toilet gyat, okay?
Years ago called Prime. In that time, the company has grown to be worth billions of dollars, impressively holding its own against giants like Gatorade and Powerade. And though you may be asking how
he makes so much money, why is he not paying back the freaking CryptoZoo people properly?
Could be so popular despite never seeing anyone actually drinking it in real life, well, as is...
He makes a good point. Holy shit, he makes a good point. Oh my God, his point was so good. Matt Pat, before you quit YouTube, can you make a 5th channel? Call it Conspiracy Theory. I'll host it.
The case with everything that seems inexplicably popular, the answer is
children. Children make the world go round because they spend way too much money on bullshit.
Kids absolutely love anything that they're...
Oh my God, I hate looking at... Also, by the way, Prime is gross. It is oversweetened garbage.
Favorite influencer promotes, and of course, Prime is no exception. Now for the OnlyFans thing, I don't think that really needs any explaining if you somehow don't know what it is. It's a subscription site for influencers, kind of like Patreon, but it allows explicit content.
I know what OnlyFans is. Did you know that it was recently leaked that Amaranth made $57 million on OnlyFans from her simps? Isn't that insane?
And that is what it's most often used for. Alright, so with that much needed context, we can finally talk about the actual special. We first see Cartman waking up and getting ready for school, preparing all of his necessities, including, of course, his favorite hydration drink,
Cred! Which looks exactly like Prime, suspiciously.
As he walks down the hall at school, a song plays in which
I hate this so much, because this is just what high school looks like.
Sings about the fact that he has cred.
I got cred, bitches. I got cred.
Which may seem kind of dumb and on the nose, but it's actually a direct parody of a real-life song that one of the child fans of Prime made.
What? I did not know this!
Prime, boys. We got Prime.
Oh my God, there's no way! Dude, they did their research!
Logan Paul embraced and used as a marketing tool.
We got Prime, boys. We got Prime.
And this will be far from the last time that he will do this. At school, it's clear that Cartman isn't alone in his love for cred, as literally everyone has at least one bottle, with Token going as far as to even dip a fry in it. What the...
Oh, fuck. Oh.
The only person who doesn't have cred is Clyde.
Honestly, can we just take a moment to blame the parents? I feel like I don't want to say that kids are idiots without first saying that parents are bitch pushovers that don't want to raise their children, so they'll just put an iPad in front of them. Can we just take this one moment to, instead of just putting all the blames on the idiocy of children, let's take a moment to absolutely rail the proverbial holes of the parents that are fucking idiots?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Clyde likes cred so much that he drank all his before noon. That's a real cred drinker.
Cartman is quick to call out all of the cred posers, including Spencer Hollis, who's a completely new character that has an actual child as his voice actor.
Fuck you.
That's hilarious. Wait, what? They actually got a kid voice actor for a South Park character? That's wild.
I've noticed that within the last few seasons, they've had a tendency to introduce new child characters with actual child voice actors, and I don't really know how to feel about it.
It's a little scary. How's that kid gonna watch this? You realize there's like actual nudity in this special.
I mean, in the past, it's mostly been characters voiced by Trey's daughter, so I can at least understand wanting to find a way to include her in the show. But with this kid, it's seemingly totally random. I did some digging into the voice actor, and apparently he's the 11-year-old son of a pretty well-known author and producer, but I couldn't find any connections with this guy in South Park or Matt and Trey, so if they were doing it as like a favor for this guy, I would kind of understand, but other than that, I don't really like it that much, I don't think. It just seems a little jarring in comparison with all the other voices, but maybe it'll grow on me. So then we see Strong Woman and PC Principal discussing the cred craze, with Strong Woman making the point that these drinks are not actually meant for kids, and yet they are clearly being advertised to.
There's a clip of Jake Paul, I believe it was in the Shane Dawson documentary, where he said, oh, my audience aren't children. I know who my audience are, they are not children. I actually have one of the most adult audiences of all time. And then like you see him meeting up with his fans, and his fans are all like 7. They convince themselves that they're actually not having child audiences, so they can literally violate COPPA's guidelines. They are literally violating COPPA's guidelines by including more advertisements to children than are actually legal. Someone did a calculation, and apparently over 30% of every single Jake Paul and Logan Paul video advertises either merch or Prime or something. And that is illegal to advertise that amount and that consistency to children. So they have to always make the mental brain noodle argument that they actually have audience of adults.
Know what kind of scumbags would push adult things on something they know kids will watch?
Oh, is that a Twitch's hentai reference?
All of a sudden, Mr. Mackey busts in and he lets them know that the art teacher has been caught with an OnlyFans page, and their shock quickly transitions into a title card. And with that, I just realized I never actually said the title.
He didn't censor this?
But the title is South Park Not Suitable for Children. And the title card itself
Oh my god!
contains a bunch of imagery that is, well, not suitable for children. I can't show any of it here, of course, but it definitely is a funny way to open the special. And you might want to get used to me saying I'm not going to be able to show something, because that's going to happen many times throughout this special. The principals then hold a meeting with all the parents, which leads to a lot of outraged rabbling. Side note, I wish they still did the rabble bit every now and then, because I always thought that was just the funniest thing ever.
But standing out here yelling rabble, rabble, rabble isn't going to help anything.
Well, that's because you don't have skibbity toilet riz.
That even though the website is technically for adults, the kids are going to see it no matter what. To which the principals counter by saying that the parents should be monitoring what their children are doing.
Well, the problem is you guys buy your kids phones, okay? Just like you buy them all these unhealthy hydration drinks.
Preach! Preach, King! Let's go, baby! Man, spitting fast!
The scene to be particularly funny, mainly because it impresses me how this show is able to still find creative and interesting ways to make the exact same argument that they've been making for almost 30 years at this point.
Well, the film is R-rated and it's not intended for children.
But of course children are gonna see it.
The same joke, just repackaged to a new formula. And that's what content and comedy is. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't steal your content idea from someone else and just add your own flavor to it, you are doing it wrong.
Debate, but when Strong Woman mentions just how much money the teacher was making through OnlyFans, his interest in the topic becomes much greater.
But on OnlyFans, she makes an extra $10,000 a week.
Did she say $10,000 a week?
Society, classic Randy. At least bro has integrity.
Interestingly enough, the main character of this special is none of the main boys or even Randy, but Clyde, who struggles with feeling left out since his parents won't let him drink cred.
Which is such a incredibly powerful way to tell this story. I blame parents a lot for just putting iPhones in front of children and shit like that, but let's say you're the only kid in school whose parents are actually parenting you. You will be the one without the cred, without the fucking Twitch sub, not watching Logan Paul every day. Your parents parenting you will make you an outcast in society. So at some point, you have to question what's worth more. What's a better way to raise your child? And they actually tackle this really, really well.
When they try to talk to him about his teacher on OnlyFans, he doesn't really care and instead argues with them about cred. Oh yeah, and when I say his parents, I mean his dad and his dad's girlfriend, because if you remember back in season 16, Clyde accidentally killed his mom by leaving the toilet seat up.
I don't remember that, thank you. What? Random Clyde lore that no one expected?
Which she blamed him for as she died, and when she was a ghost. It's a whole thing, I don't want to explain it right now. Clyde then goes to sulk in his room watching his favorite YouTuber, Logan LaDouche, who of course devotes a good portion of his video to advertising cred to his child audience.
I just want to see the video choices that they picked for them. Dude, speedrunning dishes, watch me beat my own record, clean my room with me, satisfying. All right, he'd never make a video like that. I bought the world's most expensive game skin. All right, that seems like a YouTube video, I guess. 8 hours of sleep challenge, not clickbait. I almost got arrested in India. I don't know, that honestly does seem like a Logan LaDouche video.
Who of course devotes a good portion of his video to advertising cred to his child audience.
Again, over 30% of every Logan Paul video is advertisements. That's the funniest thing.
Side note, I noticed that nowadays South Park almost never uses the real name of celebrities they make fun of, and I wonder why that is. I always liked that they would just straight up call them out in the old episode.
I mean, I guess they're scared of slander lawsuits. Slander lawsuits are kind of everywhere right now, and everyone has the sensitivity of Vivzy Pop. So I feel like everyone's scared of getting an actual slander suit, and it's just not worth it. Like, it's not worth it. They could get the message across just as easily without risking that lawsuit, I think.
And now they always do like these weird parody names for some reason. But this fake commercial from Logan Paul is hilarious because it's just a great way to make fun of the way he advertises this stuff.
Jumping out of a plane holding. They made fun of Kathleen Kennedy though. Brother, they went in raw no rubber on Kathleen Kennedy. Holy crap, you are right.
That this parody pointing out his unethical business practices would actually be a good advertisement for Prime, is what I would have said if he hadn't already used the South Park parody to legitimately advertise Prime.
Of course he did. Of course he fucking did.
Yes, he made a one-to-one recreation of this fake ad and posted it on his Twitter.
That's crazy. He is such a sociopath. That's insane. Honestly, respect. You know why I didn't see this? Because Logan Paul blocked me on Twitter. I'm just saying. That's why I didn't see it.
What really makes me upset about this is just the absolute shamelessness in it. The gall to take something that is clearly criticizing you for a relatively serious issue and lean into it to further promote the same unethical business practices just cements the total lack of moral compass that this guy has.
So first of all, the way I see it, by the fact that he has no moral compass, at this point, it's just incredibly based. I know that I don't like Logan Paul, and again, blocked me on Twitter. Can't believe he would do something like this to me. But he blocked me anyway. The chutzpah, the disrespect, the shamelessness. But he is shameless. He is an asshole. He is a scammer. He's a disgusting, vile human being. At that point, go mask off, bro. I can't stop myself from respecting his monetization of the hate he's receiving. I don't have to like him.
He knows that by leaning into the joke and embracing the parody, he's basically saying, look kids, I'm self-aware about my scummy, unethical business practices.
He literally is. And he says not suitable for children because he doesn't want kids in his audience to actually watch South Park.
Isn't that funny? I sure do have a sense of humor. Now go buy my drink. And all the kids who don't understand
But yeah, this guy's just thinking $20 is $20. I don't care what dick I have to suck. And that's been his mindset for the last decade on YouTube.
Props to him. He really knows how to take a joke. You know, he doesn't seem like such a bad guy after all. Maybe I will try his drink. And that's exactly what he knew would happen.
Of course it's exactly what he knew would happen. You can't help but respect the brilliant marketing. I agree with Blooms completely. Man is spitting facts right now.
But he's not cool. He doesn't deserve props for taking the joke. He's just doing what he knows is best for business. If it were better for business to throw a fit and get all mad about it, he would have done that.
Yes!
Because he's a sociopath.
He is a sociopath. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Lacks any form of emotional response. His feelings are entirely fabricated around whatever will make him the most money. He's a businessman through and through. And I can say what I want about this guy, but I can't deny that he knows how to market.
He is going so hard. Oh my god, I have never seen him this worked up before.
Other response that I've seen to this is people saying, man, this is such a genius marketing tactic. But is it really? I don't know. I feel like literally anyone would respond the same way if they only looked at the world from the view of what would make them the most money.
Yes! You got it. That is what good marketing is. The point of marketing is money. Let's be honest here. Let's be real. It's pretty much. The point of marketing is money. So if he did it in the way that would make him the most money, then yes, he did do good marketing.
The difference is most people would feel shame if they were rightfully called out for their unethical practices, maybe even feel empathy for doing these things in the first place.
No, on that point, of course he doesn't feel empathy. He's a soulless monster. I would argue scamming millions of dollars out of your loyal audience on CryptoZoo or DinkDoink or one of the other freaking crypto scams that he's done is arguably a lot worse than a shitty parody commercial.
Maybe even feel empathy for doing these things in the first place.
Empathy's for suckers. I'm in it to win it, bitch.
If you don't have those pesky little feelings to make you think twice about siphoning money out of the pocket of 13-year-olds across the planet, then this probably would have been your first thought.
Wow, he went so hard. Oh my god.
I thought that this was totally genius, and Logan should recreate more of the special in real life. Specifically, this part later in the special.
What the frick? I did not see Blooms going that far. I did not see my boy Blooms. He was just like, yo, Logan, you wanna parody this part where you kill yourself? Because that would be sick. You gotta be staying on my dick till you die. You serve no purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to be on my stream, sucking on my dick daily. Your purpose in life is to be in that chat blowing the dick daily. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. Logan LaDouche, kill yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so we can breathe inside this blue trash bubble.
I think that would be great for
low-tier Blooms
business. Okay, I might have gotten a little carried away. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. That was too far. I'm sorry. Anyways, we then see Randy creating
I wouldn't apologize. Own it, baby. Own it, baby.
A video for his new OnlyFans, and it quickly becomes clear that Matt and Trey plan to take full advantage of the fact that this special isn't being aired on TV. From this point on, essentially every shot that Randy is in includes him naked from the waist down.
Base AF is what you meant to say.
However, when discussing it with Sharon, it becomes clear what the purpose of all this is.
Children aren't allowed on OnlyFans, Sharon. It's totally safe.
Wow. Oh, frick. What a crazy way to tell. Insane commentary. This is why parody is my favorite commentary.
This idea kind of functions as the glue that holds together all of these different plot points throughout the special. You know, Logan Paul, Prime, OnlyFans, all these things claim to be against children using their products or services, and yet they benefit greatly from exactly
what
that.
An insanely good satire. My god, the dick is not censored? No, nothing is censored. He's just sitting there hanging out.
As for Randy, he's used to represent the self-awareness from Matt and Trey on this issue, since South Park has received the same criticism literally since it was created. It's a show made for adults, and yet there's clearly a large portion of the fan base that are kids. This is especially clear nowadays after South Park blew up on TikTok, leading to a massive influx of young fans.
That's the thing. Ultimately, I don't think there's anything wrong with making content that's geared towards adults. Now that said, kids will probably find it. So it would be really nice if you did it in a way that was safe for them.
Leaning into it back in the day.
We used to say when South Park first came out that we don't want kids watching, we don't intend it for kids, but I think we kind of did. We intended it for everybody. We intended it for everybody.
Having Randy naked the entire episode is kind of their way of calling themselves out. They're basically saying, yeah, we titled it not suitable for children and have constant nudity, but of course kids are still gonna watch it.
Oh, we called it not suitable for children. We put a disclaimer. There's a disclaimer. Kids won't watch it. There's a disclaimer. There's no kids.
At school, Cartman tells Clyde that he should have a water bottle holder on his backpack so that he can show off his cred. Oh yeah, in case you haven't figured it out yet, making the name of the drink cred is a pretty on-the-nose way to represent how having these drinks makes you cool, because
yeah, it gives you fake cred.
Having the drink literally means that they have cred. Now, because Clyde isn't
not that the drink is actually good by any means, Prime tastes like shit.
Actually allowed to have cred, when he sees a note in the bathroom advertising it, he decides to go check it out. And would you look at that? It's Nathan.
It's a drug dealer. It's like, you want some cred, kid?
The bathroom wall. I knew it would be him, and man, am I glad it was. Nathan is always funny, and he is always perfect for the illicit dealer role. Unfortunately, no Mimsy though, but hey, I'll take what I can get.
Oh, it's
He's
perfect.
Reselling cred at insane prices, and because of that, the only thing Clyde can afford is an empty bottle.
You just fill your empty bottle with water and a little food coloring. Everyone thinks you got cred when you
and it even tastes the same. It's perfect.
They have no cred.
I find this part really interesting because it's kind of showing how shallow this whole trend is.
Did you see some kids got bullied and like to tears because they didn't have real Stanley cups? This is the newest shit online. kids thinking that they need this garbage to feel cool and included.
It's really the difference between a bottle filled with water and food coloring and the real drink, especially since it seems like they don't even drink it most of the time. We then cut back to Randy, who is really throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. This time he's creating a cooking tutorial for authentic pad thai, which of course includes some rather unorthodox ingredients.
To top that all off with some fresh nuts.
Yes! Yes! This is the cooking content we needed, baby. This is the cooking content we needed. What's Stanley Cups? You don't want to know.
Sharon is absolutely fed up with him and offers Randy a challenge.
Maybe I should go and do my own OnlyFans.
What?
Oh, please.
Is feeling confident with his new Cred bottle on display until he finds out that the flavor he bought is apparently a very rare one, which Cartman gets super excited about and decides to give it a taste. That's when Cartman notices that it's apple juice, and it does not go over very well.
Yeah, it's apple juice. You guys are posers. We're not posers! Hey guys, Cred Affinity Group uses fake cred.
No, fake cred. Miners. What a coincidence that miners and Minecraft have so many.
Back with Randy, he learns that Sharon not only actually started an OnlyFans, but immediately gained more subscribers than him.
Wow, if that's not sexism, I don't know what is.
Realizes that the only way to grow is to include things that are trending.
Tits are trending.
Where Nathan suggests some of the Cred flavors that are marketed towards adults.
Like maybe Peppa Pig Peppermint.
That doesn't sound like it's marketed for adults.
I'm a big boy blueberry.
Randy buys out his entire stock, and he begins to integrate Cred into his OnlyFans videos in a very interesting way.
Listen, I'm just saying, if freaking Amaranth would do this, I feel like she can make bank.
Future editing glooms here. I just wanted to mention real quick that while I was researching this on Twitter, I found a video of a dude that actually recreated this scene in real life.
What the hell, man? What is wrong with society?
Oh, I guess probably don't go look for that because I cannot unsee that. And with this new strategy, Randy is finally able to get a successful video.
And the irony is, who do you think is watching this? Who do you think is watching Cred OnlyFans?
He tells Sharon, she informs him that by using Cred, he's pretty obviously marketing his video towards kids. But Randy doesn't think so.
That's not what the data shows, Sharon.
Yes! According to my analytics, 47% of my audience is over 24.
Meanwhile, Cartman, Clyde, Butters, and Tweak travel to a limited edition Cred drop in an effort to restore their reputation. It quickly devolves into absolute chaos in an action sequence that reminds me a lot of the end of the Black Friday trilogy. The only person who's actually able to get any of the Cred is notorious poser Spencer Hollis.
Anything but that. Anything but that.
Aftermath, Clyde begins to realize that they've been manipulated by their favorite influencer, and he decides that they need to get some answers from him in person.
The life cycle of every kid. 9-year-old, fan of Logan Paul. 12-year-old, you start hating Logan Paul. 16-year-old, you start respecting Logan Paul. 20-year-old, holy shit, Logan Paul's a disgusting, unempathetic piece of garbage.
Meanwhile, because Randy has one single successful video, he decides to visit an influencer talent agency in hopes of getting signed. When the employee mentions getting kids to watch, Randy reminds him that his content isn't suitable for kids, which leads to a rather shady answer.
I mean, the data shows kids aren't the main audience for any of this stuff, right?
They know. Of course they know. This is like when Dream showed his analytics. I actually have the oldest analytics in the entire Minecraft community. You see, people that watch Dream content are all adults, so I hate when people say that I'm acting weird towards children. Are you crazy?
He gets put into an auction where corporations, organizations, and countries all bid on an influencer in an effort to influence their child fan base.
Tell Toys now the highest bidder at 25. Who's gonna go for 30?
100! 100 from the Chinese government. Can we go 150? Stoli Vodka at 150. 150, the current bid from Stoli Vodka. What about you, Build-A-Bear? 160 from the NRA, outbidding Stoli Vodka. Who wants to influence the youngins more? Big Pharma at 60.
Big Pharma, let's go.
Kellogg cereal. Ravenclaw casinos. Influence the children.
170 from Voices for Ukraine. Don't let them outbid you, Russia. No?
Wow.
Randy is arrested by the FBI.
Exposing children to pornography, soliciting nude images to a minor, child endangerment.
Oh, come on, like it's just me?
They're accusing him of so many crimes that for a second I forgot he was supposed to be an OnlyFans model and not a Minecraft YouTuber. Now, this leads into a joke that was so incredibly dumb, I could not help but smile.
Graphic images of minors.
The FBI realizes that Randy could be useful to them, and Randy decides to cooperate. Meanwhile, the boys visit their favorite influencer, who is incredibly paranoid.
Logan Paul, acting all huge online, living the life, making his millions. Bro is so scared he's gonna end up in jail for scamming people. This is a guy who thinks, he looks like on the surface he's loving life and everything's going well for him. But you know what he offered back to his crypto zoo victims? He offered them money that is a tiny fraction of what he actually owes them, where they would have to sign that they're not allowed to pursue this in court. He is so terrified. His real life is horrible right now.
Sponsor, and it's just being used to attract kids to his videos in order to influence them. It's a grand conspiracy, and when they finally convince him to reveal who's at the top of it all, we get the least surprising assassination ever. The FBI quickly arrives at the scene after Randy provided all the information that they needed, and the lead agent gets into a back and forth with the sniper that is clearly being used to explain this concept to the audience.
Yeah.
The data shows that consumers of social media platforms are predominantly adults over 21.
Within tech companies, it's an open secret that millions of users are actually under the age of 13.
Tech companies are working diligently to find ways to make the internet safer for children, but these methods are often criticized for violating free speech.
Dude, this is the greatest. Oh my god. Dude, Hunter, can you take some notes? Because this is how you yap. This is the greatest yap session of all time. The FBI versus a sniper that just did an assassination against Logan Paul. This is history's greatest exhibition yap sesh.
Use those assertions and their endless cash to keep regulations tied up in court so they can continue to profit off of our kids.
Okay, well, you'll take me alive, copper.
After the mask is removed from the sniper, we realize that it was the guy running the auction that Randy was a part of, meaning that this guy is just another middleman in the whole conspiracy. The boys head home incredibly dejected, knowing that they got absolutely no cred, and that their group is going to be super lame. However, Butters offers a quick suggestion.
How about we just keep our affinity group? But instead of it being about cred, it's just about how proud we are of who we are.
That's hilarious. That's very funny.
Being groups talking about how proud they are doesn't fly.
They stop in their tracks when they look over and see Randy throwing away tons of cred. When they ask him why, he discusses how he's realized that being a social media influencer is dangerous and that there's more to life than just money.
Wow.
He's moved on from trying to influence kids, and getting rid of all of this cred is symbolic of that. Upon hearing this, Clyde is able to put all the pieces together in his mind and realizes who is behind all of this. In a shocking twist, it turns out Clyde's stepmom was the one behind all of it in an effort to influence Clyde.
You want to try and teach your kids, but they don't listen because you're not their real parent.
Oh my god! This is just every parent ever. It's like, if I just told you what to do, you would rebel and not listen. So instead, I decided to cause a murder, 3 terrorist attacks, and 4 suicides. But you've learned so much, haven't you?
Even though Clyde hates her, he's at least talking to her. Honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of this reveal. I get why they did it. I just thought they could have done it a lot better and in a way that didn't feel as abrupt as this did. Back at school, the boys decide to make an announcement to everyone in the hallways, making you think that maybe they'll change their ways and not be so quick to follow trends. But of course, that's not exactly what happens.
You see, we talked to Mr. Marsh, and he gave us 4 bottles of Jelly Roll Midnight Waffle House. Forgot your super special Jelly Roll cred at the group meeting, remember? It tastes amazing.
And that's all there is to it. You don't have to like it, you just have to say you like it.
You know what,
Because kids will be kids. It's an endless cycle. It's a turnstile where money makes the world go round and ultimately society will just devolve into kids being idiots.
Favorite aspect of this special was the fact that despite the name of the episode and the underlying message throughout, I think this might be the first South Park episode that is, ironically, targeted at kids. This is made especially clear.
Honestly, that's a really good conclusion. Like, they are trying to teach a lesson through being edgy, obviously, but they are trying to teach a lesson here. Ironically, that's kind of based.
The end, when Randy talks to the boys about the dangers of influencers. He's essentially talking to the audience here, and his message is clearly targeted.
And if you're a kid on social media, you have to know that someone is always trying to get to you. To do is ask yourself, who is it that wants to influence me the most?
And honestly, using more nudity than ever before in the one episode of your show where the message is clearly specifically targeted at kids is the most South Park thing I've ever seen.
That is so crazy. I don't know why I didn't put that together myself. But ultimately, this is the most targeted at children episode in South Park history because this will teach the lesson that it's trying to get across.
Like I said earlier, this show never fails to impress me.
Because ultimately, think about it, right? It calls itself not suitable for all audiences. So any kid that actually clicks on it is doing wrong, is putting himself in danger by putting himself in places on the internet that he should not be, by joining Discord servers he shouldn't join, by talking to people he shouldn't talk to, by joining communities that are definitely not for his age group. So by calling it this, it's targeting the children that don't listen to the 18+ warnings, and it's giving them the message. That's fucking awesome.
With their creativity, even when discussing the same topics they've discussed for years. I thought the special was an A-tier South Park episode, and I will most definitely be revisiting it in the near future.
That was great.
I know all about how Kai Cenat level...
Oh god, no!
How Sus Ohio is mewing to Looksmax with Kai Cenat level 5 Gyat skipping...
Yeah!
How Sus Ohio is mewing to Looksmax with Kai Cenat level 5 Gyat skibbity toilet phantom tax MPZ vibes. Jesus. You know, how Sus Ohio is mewing to Looksmax with Kai Cenat level 5 Gyat skibbity toilet phantom tax NPC vibes and Livy Dunn rizzing up and Lizzie Dunn bizzing up baby. God damn it. And Livy Dunn rizzing up baby Gronk. Oh my god. I cannot believe I got through that. Jesus Christ.
Reminder that I did that in one take with no laughing and with no script. Gen Alpha is cooked. That was a great video. You did such a good freaking video. Blooms, you make such good shit. Honestly, nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. Definitely check out Blooms. Great video, great South Park thing. Embrace the cringe. Embrace the cringe.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.